And we should be live. Really hope so. Yep, we're live. Hey everyone, welcome to Bacon Barn Live and Uncensored, the podcast where none of us have any knowledge about anything at all, but we still talk a lot. Great intro, I know. Today's topics.
Speaking of people who don't know a lot, Donald Trump.
Yeah, speaking of Donald Trump, he says Trump on Twitter suggested delaying the November elections, even though he has no power to do so. At least as far as I understand, he doesn't. And Twitter says the massive hack last week was the result of a spear phishing attack, and a Tampa teen was charged with it. More on that later. Nvidia in advanced talks to buy chipmaker ARM. This is the chipmaker that Apple decided to overhaul their next MacBook with. Google and Apple are developing COVID-19 contact tracing apps, and they should roll out in the coming weeks, at least in the US. Halo Infinite multiplayer will be free to play, says Xbox in a tweet. Federal troops withdrawn from Portland result in a peaceful protest, peaceful Black Lives Matter protest. And pet owners need to stop panicking about the dog that died after a COVID-19 infection. Which one should we start with?
Trump.
Trump.
Sure.
If you like.
Alright,
Because going with the tweet.
So what does he want to do? He wants to delay the election
because he thinks mail-in votes can be
bad for his
messed
chances.
with. Can be messed with.
Yeah,
and bad for his chances. That's the story he's selling.
Yeah.
I mean, in his tweet, let me show you his tweet here. He says, with universal mail-in voting, not absentee voting, which is good, 2020 will be the most inaccurate and fraudulent, this is in caps, election in history. It will be a great embarrassment to the USA. Delay the election until people can properly and securely and safely vote. ?
Makes sense to put question marks then, definitely.
After a statement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, he says mail-in voting can be fraudulent and inaccurate, while absentee voting is good. What the fuck is the difference?
Again?
It's literally the same thing. Mail-in voting is like they send you the ballot, like they send everyone the ballot automatically, and you fill it in and you send it back.
Yeah, I guess the only difference is that for absentee voting you have to register beforehand, right?
Yeah, and absentee voting is like
just everyone gets one, right?
Yeah. Absentee voting is just if you're like gonna be out of town, or like soldiers that are overseas, they can register to get like absentee ballots and submit their votes that way.
It's easier to mess with because there's an easier method of casting additional votes in people's names, but because if everyone gets a single ballot, you can't request any like extra 100 ballots or whatever.
Yeah.
Although it is true that, I mean, to some extent, because like you don't vote, like you could vote for someone else, right? And they just don't vote, right?
Of course. But that's just so extraordinarily low, even the chances of that, like in recent elections. It just hasn't happened because it's not worth the risk and the effort.
Because like also increase voter turnout, right? If you do that, like if you literally just send everyone the thing.
Yeah, wouldn't putting in more fake votes also like decrease the importance of the fake vote?
No, you don't.
Because like it would be a smaller percentage of the total amount of votes.
If you have more votes in general.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, true.
I mean,
right? Also,
Also,
like,
You mean that's why voter turnout would be important, or what?
yeah.
Yeah. Also, the U.S. elections have literally never been delayed before in the country's
Even
history.
Civil War.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah,
there is that.
1845 Civil War. They just kept voting.
Although obviously only the Union states voted. Big
Well, I
surprise.
mean, aren't those the only states that like exist now?
What? No.
No, but like, aren't they
That's
the
right.
ones that won the Civil War? So aren't
Yes.
like the other? Haven't the other states technically joined the Union?
Well, from the US's point of view, they never seceded because they physically can't under the rule of law.
Oh,
That's why it's an illegal rebellion in the eyes of the United States government,
oh, neat.
legally speaking, at least.
Right. I'll just let the two politics students talk then, and not.
Which technically means that the Confederate States actually should have been allowed to vote since they were still technically part of the United States.
Oh,
But yeah,
neat.
Yeah.
if you think
Wait,
about
actually,
it, right?
are like people that are in prison, if they ask for an absentee ballot, are they allowed, or have they been stripped of their right of
generally,
voting?
felons aren't allowed to vote.
Yeah.
Okay.
And some states are changing, like if you have a state conviction,
Mm-hmm.
they're changing the laws on that. But
Yeah.
generally speaking, if you have been to prison, you can't vote.
Oh.
I mean, it doesn't also depend on what you've done, because there's some
Yeah.
cases where people just go to prison to because they don't want to go through court, like the trial, because they can't
If you
afford it.
don't pay for bail,
Where they
Or they can't pay the fine or whatever.
just
if you just plead guilty, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the severity of the crime.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think misdemeanors would
Fucking
like
can't pay
traffic
parking
violations
tickets.
and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
get
can't
you.
pay parking tickets, can't vote, my bad.
Yeah.
Tough luck, pal, you didn't pay your parking tickets last week.
Well, getting a parking ticket, damn, you can't vote. There's like 10 people in the entire country that can vote.
Fucking Karen has a fight with the manager at a McDonald's, can't vote, my bad.
Nice.
The manager's been involved in a confrontation. Can't vote.
Trump doesn't like you, can't vote. Wait, that's already a thing. Wait, I shouldn't say that.
What? What is going on?
Nothing.
Help, explain.
Well, do you think they'll postpone the voting? Because, like, I mean, I guess it would make sense, but for a completely different reasoning, not because of
If I
mail-in
understand
votes.
correctly, Trump has the legal authority to do that, in theory.
No.
I mean, obviously, that authority would be challenged, and the Supreme Court would probably have to actually determine what the rules are, but so far,
No, I think he
in
doesn't.
theory, he should be able to. It's just that there's no precedent for doing that.
Wait.
And so, in that case, it wouldn't be justified because the emergency isn't extreme enough.
No, let me read this for you. Here, wait. Oh yeah, there we go. According to the CNET article, the president can't legally change the date of the election, which was set for the first Tuesday after November 1, in a law passed by Congress in 1845.
Oh, okay. Who can?
I guess the Congress?
Yeah, but also you have to keep in mind that Trump wasn't actually saying that, like,
He will, but like
he's going to do that, you know?
Yeah.
He just
yeah.
said you should do that. It's one
honestly,
of his
pretty sure-
Twitter rants.
The
Yeah.
strategy
all the time.
seems to be just create doubt in the validity of the election results so that when he loses, he can scream fake election. I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing.
Fake news. Fake election.
I mean, he's been doing this the whole time with the mail-in voting, right? He's questioning that.
Yeah.
And then now he's questioning like whether the vote is supposed to happen at all.
Well, I mean, it's one of his Twitter rants, so like
And
no one really
people
cares.
still listen.
Yeah, we shouldn't
Yeah.
really.
No, that's true, yeah.
I feel
What?
like we've been cutting him more slack now just because he's done this so often. Like, just say
why?
wrong stuff on Twitter.
What?
Just like rant
always-
about stuff that's stupid on
Cutting
Twitter.
him slack for what? What?
like we're like, okay, yeah, that's just Trump. Let's just ignore it.
No,
No, we're
that's
not
not what I'm
saying-
saying. I'm saying he's setting it up to claim that the election was fraudulent.
No,
if
no,
he
no, no.
loses.
I'm talking about like a completely different thing. I'm just talking about the fact that like he just no one stopped him so far from just making these stupid ass claims. Just because they've decided it's Trump, you know
Well,
what? Just
he's
let him do
considering
whatever the fuck he
postponing the
wants.
election. That's
No,
not
but I think people
unreasonable, in
are
my
complaining
opinion.
about it. It's just that
Yeah.
the way news works is that you don't like at some point it's not interesting anymore to talk about
Yeah.
it
True.
because he
True.
still does it even though people complain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, he is a mad lad. He might get the elections delayed. You never know.
I don't think he will.
Well.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Anyone want to
But
bet
even
on
then,
it?
he can state, you know, it's he
Although-
could make the other person even if he loses, then as Michael
Although if
said,
he
Joe Biden would.
tried, yeah, if he
religion.
tried to delay and was stopped by Congress,
Mm-hmm.
he could argue that they are trying to hurt his election chances and call the election fraudulent because of that.
Pretty sure
Like,
he
that's what he's
wouldn't
setting
do
up for.
that.
That's his end game, 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure.
What
I
else
mean,
would
also
do?
he can claim that it is.
I feel like his end game is I don't think he
Right.
wants to be voted in again. I don't think he
Why?
wanted the responsibility in the first place. I mean, look at the dude's campaign. It was basically like, yeah, I'm shitting all over our system. Just don't vote me in, though. I'm not fixing that
obviously he
shit.
does. What do you mean?
Then he would have just stepped down.
I don't know. His campaign just seemed more like a publicity stunt for like his
And it worked.
business. I guess it did. Yeah.
Still, it seems like he's enjoying it, right?
Yeah. Also, he
Um,
probably wants to stay in as the president as long as possible to get protection from Congress prosecuting him.
For what?
Like, he doesn't
Yeah.
technically have legal protection, but like I'm pretty sure even Nixon, they waited before he was out of office.
Wait,
Like the idea, you don't prosecute a
Yeah.
sitting president
yeah, I guess.
because you
Which
don't
makes
want to
sense,
interfere
though.
with his presidential duties.
He just
Yeah,
stepped down it.
Doesn't it like stop all like fucking like governmental processes for ages? Like, isn't that like a really painful process, prosecuting a sitting president?
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
can't
It
sign
isn't
off new laws.
legally, but from a like precedent standpoint, it is.
Yeah.
Because you just don't do that, you know? It's not
Yeah.
illegal, but you just don't do that.
Yeah, because he was elected by the people. Like
Yeah.
it's basically against the will of the people.
Mhm.
And additionally, you can't actually do anything. You can't sign any laws during that phase.
Well, unless you get a
True.
veto-proof majority, but that seems unlikely with the Republicans
it's
controlling
split.
Congress. That's probably not going to happen about like anything.
Might.
Yes, 2/3 majority in a Republican-controlled Congress. That seems not
I
very
mean,
likely.
if they're fed up enough of Trump.
With
Yeah, but they
Trump.
aren't.
With Trump, sorry.
Yeah.
They just aren't.
True.
But yeah.
I feel like he's put enough money in pockets to not be fed up of him. And it's just their point of view as well, I guess, that he's kind of
Also, you
representing.
can't have the Republican president lose if you're part of the Republican Party,
Yeah.
can you?
Yeah.
Like, you can't go against the Republican president to help the Democratic president win in the upcoming election. That doesn't...
Well, you, like...
The joys of a two-party system. Yay.
Stop.
So
bad. Sorry.
Speaking of bad,
Your segues.
Corona,
you know, the same thing is going to happen, actually. That happened with Trump, where people were like, no, the elections weren't fair because they were just pissed, butthurt. Right? And now people are going to be butthurt because, like, if Biden wins, then people are going to be butthurt because the elections weren't fair because of what Trump said. So he's being very undemocratic by doing that.
Actually, I don't even know if
I
Biden's
guess.
gonna win. Like,
Yeah,
no one expected Trump to win last time. Let's be honest. We were like, you know what? Like he's funny and shit, but Hillary's probably gonna win.
Yeah, funny in the bad way.
Yeah, like we can laugh about him, not like
in the way like I love watching this train wreck unfold. I can't look away.
Very extremely funny. Yeah.
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 My type of comedy, exactly.
It's just our dark ass fucking humor.
But human.
But human.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just move on.
Alright.
Yeah, Google and Apple are going to be rolling out contact tracing apps, COVID-19 contact tracing apps in quotation marks coming weeks, and
one app with them collaborating or multiple?
I think it's multiple.
Different.
I believe it's multiple. I could check the article again right now if you wanted.
Yeah.
Because
the way it's phrased kind of indicates to me that it's one, but it says apps. So I don't know. If I remember correctly, didn't Google release like an API to make development of these easier as well?
Oh,
like an open source one.
Oh no, they are working together.
Oh yeah, okay.
The two companies released the first version of the contact tracing toolkit in May and have been steadily updating the tools based on feedback from public. Oh, okay. They'll be using Bluetooth signals to detect when a person comes in close and prolonged contact with others. But what if they just have their Bluetooth turned off?
I assume that it forces Bluetooth to turn on.
But okay, hopefully it does. But like, what if someone has it in like airplane mode?
What's up?
Well, the app doesn't work, but that's just like saying, okay, but what if someone doesn't have the app loaded? Well, then they don't. That's sad, but whatever. It's not like you can change that.
I mean, yeah, it's not a mandatory app, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. What about the app you were talking about before, the like app that the German government rolled out, which was a piece of shit, apparently?
Yeah, well, apparently, first of all, the health ministry claimed everything was working fine. Then it turns out that apparently it isn't working fine, and the health ministry knew that there was an internal memo talking about how it didn't work, but they just sort of didn't mention that to the public.
And you read the internal memo of the German health department.
What?
You read the internal memo.
It was leaked.
Okay.
Oh. It's just fucking Michael sneaking in, James Bond style, to read just one memo. It's just like a post-it note that someone stuck onto the table of one of the developers.
Broke, please fix.
Please fix.
Fix quick, please.
Volvo, please fix.
No tell people, please.
So yeah, that's interesting.
Like every time the contact tracing app, how would they store the information though? Yeah. Doesn't that like
it's very nice. I really want Google and Apple to know where I am constantly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, how are they storing the information?
Any government, like, yeah, I'll just willingly tell the government I live. We're just just I am here at all times. Yes, you can see where I am and store that data. Amazing.
Although it's like also with the government, I think it's less bad in a way, because the government is like at least with a liberal government, right?
I'd rather give Apple my data than the German government.
Yeah, why?
Why? Yeah. They don't sell the data to anyone. Like, why the fuck would they sell the data? Right? So, like, them having the data doesn't seem
so like the NSA can just collect all the data. It's fine because they don't sell it, or what?
Well, obviously not.
Obviously
not. No. Why would you rather give it to Apple than the German government?
Because at least they have a record of keeping the data relatively safe.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, I guess with the German government in specific,
and also not abusing it. Generally speaking.
Yeah. So like
I'm not saying I want to give Apple my information or whatever.
Yeah.
Google even less so. But
No, but does anyone know how they store the data? Is it like stored in an encrypted way, like in an anonymous fashion, or like if they were hacked, they'd know exactly where your dry cleaning is being picked up from?
No, I think they want to make it mostly based on the device. So like
local processing.
Exactly.
Oh.
So they don't even send it to a server, and that's also why you need Bluetooth.
Although, if I remember, I believe some data is sent just because the fact that they have like a terms of service that says like how long the data will be stored and in what way. So
yeah,
they do send some data.
Oh.
But
so like otherwise it's just like if you've been near
obviously
person A, B, and C, and you connect your phone to person D, like your phone's gonna let person D's phone know that you've been near person A, B, and C, basically.
Yes,
right.
If I remember correctly, also the data is only stored for a couple of weeks.
I think it's that you, you if you get you have to do tests every now and then, right? And then if you find out that you have the virus, or no, not for the app, but like if you do a test and find out you have the virus, then you have to put that into the app so that the app then tells people that were in your vicinity for a certain amount of time how that they might be infected, that
they should get like a checkup done.
Yeah, and also from that point onwards till you're healthy again, it will tell people that are in your vicinity for a certain amount of time while you're infected. It will just tell them, be careful, there is someone that has the virus.
App to send someone a message, stay away from this retard. Might be dangerous, stay away from him.
Effectively, yeah. Which, that is scary if you think about it.
Why?
That other people know your health.
A government being able to control, like, that.
Like who you stay near, I guess?
Because they tell... That just reminds me too much of the Chinese social credit system.
Yeah.
What's that?
This guy can't use the train because he committed a felony.
But it's different for...
Yo, pal, you didn't pay your parking ticket. Stop using the train.
I know, I'm not saying it's the same.
I can see how in China, but even in more democratic countries like America, if you're a black person in America, you probably don't want the government to know all those informations where you are, or if you're any other minority.
They might come with an unmarked van and abduct you.
Yeah, and just generally, it probably increases. Yeah, you're right.
Speaking of unmarked vans abducting people, Portland.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
All right, pal. Your segues are kinda dark. Not gonna lie.
Federal troops have been withdrawn from there, and so in theory, the kidnappings should stop.
Good. And the protests are pretty fucking peaceful, right?
Yeah, they've been mostly peaceful. I mean, I would obviously assume there's some violent people, because generally in protests there pretty much always is. That's kind of unavoidable. But yeah, generally it's been more peaceful with the people trained in, military tactics gone. Wow, who'd have thunk it? You aren't threatened with being dragged into a van off the street and have them identifying themselves as police, maybe you're going to be a bit more relaxed.
Yeah, I was also watching this like documentary about police training in the United States, and it was basically like guilty till proven innocent, so act harshly till you realize they're innocent.
Wow.
I mean,
you're being trained. They're like, they've been trained in a way where it's like everyone here is your enemy, and that's how you will act with them.
The John Oliver thing on police brutality. They talked about like how they're trained with a warrior mentality, how they have to protect people because they are the wolves or whatever, and how they have to act stronger than the rest because they're protecting you, right? And also we are the protectors. We are different than them.
Yeah.
Which doesn't exactly help.
Dan the Potato says, this guy can't go in a train because he murdered 250 people. Stay away. This guy committed a genocide. Please don't get in the train.
Why 250? Wait, what?
Remember the China social security thing we were talking about. What was it?
Social credit score.
Social credit score thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but then isn't that also used mostly to basically filter out
activists
and
protesters?
Yeah,
anyone
and
who's against
Muslim
regime.
what are they? How do you pronounce it? Uyghurs?
Uyghurs? I don't know.
Uyghurs, yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of it's definitely bad.
Yeah.
Terrible. And you have to actually there is also companies collaborating with them a lot, but yeah, okay, we'll move on.
Yeah. That's standard for the Chinese government.
Yeah.
No, but even like companies from countries like Germany, like VW, they build factories in those provinces.
Yeah, apparently like
to,
Nike and Adidas and whatever have been profiting off of Uyghur forced labor because they're brought to the factories.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
To work there.
That's great.
And also, then, Volkswagen built that company, which then allows them to bring more Han Chinese to the Xinjiang province. How do you?
Xinjiang province
to sort of like just get rid of the culture of.
I mean that's literally China's goal: replace the people there.
That's always great.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, singling out people, always great. In other news, Twitter says the massive hack was a result of a spear phishing attack. So basically what they mean is some random guy somewhere sent one of those scam emails that all of us get every now and then, where it's like, you've won blah blah blah, enter your email to get the reward or some shit, right? So they did that to like workers at Twitter that didn't really have that much like access to Twitter. So like not all of the employees that were initially targeted had permissions to use account management tools. And then the attackers used their credentials to get to people that actually did have access to the admin tools.
So, yeah, I think I should explain that, like, a spear phishing attack, from what I understand. Usual phishing is just you send, like, everyone an email that applies to everyone, just some random scam emails where you click on a link or whatever, like, pretending to be a bank or whatever. But, like, spear phishing is more targeted, so in this case, I guess it would mean that they targeted towards Twitter employees.
Yeah.
And then use those credentials to, I assume, fake like an internal message, which you would assume to be safer, and then get higher level people, people's stock credentials.
Yeah, and then using those credentials, they use the admin tools, sent those Bitcoin message thingies.
Yeah, that makes way more sense. Oh, guys, thanks for explaining. That makes sense. I was thinking, how do you? Yeah.
All right, you don't have to
I wasn't sure.
Okay, no need to be fucking sarcastic, you bitch.
I wasn't.
Teach a man to fish.
Teach a man to fish. He will hack Twitter for all his life. Give a man a fish and he will eat it or something.
Just fucking walks into Twitter headquarters, starts fishing.
No, but I was a bit confused because I was like, how do you scam a bunch of money using like public accounts, like very famous people, using like a spear and a water that you stand in? I was a bit.
A water bucket.
A water bucket. Just stands in a water bucket with one leg in.
MLG.
What's the difference between fishing and spear fishing? Like,
fishing is like more general. It's like sent to a group of people that they don't care who they actually are or what they do.
Oh, so it was like basically
spearfishing is aimed at like one type of person.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they used the spearfishing to hack, and then used the hack to fish.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
This is like fishing inception, fishception.
Fishception.
In other news, so much news.
Dog that died. Oh no, he was.
Halo Infinite multiplayer is going to be free to play.
also there might be a battle pass, so that's a thing.
Really?
Wow, isn't it more surprising to have a game that doesn't have a battle pass at this point?
But it's Halo though. Like, no Halo games ever had the battle pass, and the point of Halo games is they kind of try to stick to the original.
Yeah,
and
but
build on that.
CS:GO got it.
Huh?
Like,
but it's the
even
multiplayer.
CS:GO got a battle pass. What do you mean? Like,
yeah, it is the multiplayer and it will be free to play, so that I don't really
guess.
have an issue with
I mean
that.
that is how like you monetize.
That seems to be
those
multiplayer
kind
games
of
from now on. That just
the battle pass as well. Like, is it like in every other game where it's just super effective compared to actually trying to buy all the skins or whatever?
They just said there will be. I mean, no one knows yet.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't make it like pay to win or some shit. There's not like camo skins.
Yeah,
that'll just be a pain in the ass. Imagine running around in like one of those Halo arenas.
Imagine a game where you can buy skins and then be virtually invisible against the background, right? Because that's totally not what happened in CS:GO.
Yeah, totally never happens
I like
in
the
CS:GO.
shield dome and stuff. Or like buy vehicles. I bought a Warthog. What are you gonna do about it?
Just during one of those what's it called? It's like football, but you play with hammers and bullets. It's like it's like a Halo exclusive thing. I forgot the name.
I have no idea.
Just like during that you just roll up in a fucking big ass car and start playing Rocket League.
Oh.
While murdering
like
everyone.
Uplink, but with like shooting the ball instead.
Yeah. Kinda.
Oh. Okay.
And you can hammer people to death.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Oh, that doesn't sound right. Okay, don't hammer people.
It sounds like the origins of soccer, like of football, soccer.
Football, soccer. Let's call it soccer. That way we're sure what you're talking about.
Nope.
It's football, but I have to call it soccer because there are so many people out there that are doing that.
There's so many people that are wrong. Please. That's
Jesus,
just
calm down. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. I mean, they were bound to do something about the whole hating on Halo because the graphics suck.
Oh, yeah, they have clarified it should look better as well.
Oh. Just imagine.
I don't know. That's the first thing they decide to show. They didn't decide to show the new Forza, which is probably going to look literally photorealistic.
Yeah.
No, they just decided to show that. Like,
are they bad at marketing or are they good at marketing?
Or do they just have old ass people in marketing that are like, ooh, video game, just show video game?
Yeah,
video game I used to play.
I'm not concerned with the quality of Halo in itself, like of the gameplay trailer they showed, but the fact that was the thing they showed. That's what concerns me.
Yeah, that might be like current gen Forza games look better than that.
Yeah. Okay, I mean
actually like Forza games from like 2 generations ago look better than that, but we'll ignore that.
Because but it's not the same scope of game. I don't think you can make that comparison.
I guess, yeah.
In terms
There's also not a lot of like cinematics and
also the world is just much simpler.
Yeah.
And smaller.
Right? I mean, those were like just the cutscenes they showed, right? Like just animated sequences.
No.
Did they show any real gameplay?
I think it was they were gameplay sections.
Oh.
Definitely. I don't know if they actually showed cinematics. I know they definitely showed gameplay sections.
Were the gameplay sections also so the gameplay sections were the ones that were fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is even more concerning now, Wig. What the fuck?
Why? I mean,
no, I thought it was like just bad cinematics or some crap.
Bad, then just make the cinematics better.
Yeah, I was thinking they could just Sonic the Hedgehog movie this, where they just like reanimate.
Super bad? No, or just make it super bad.
It's not about the animations. That's the thing. That thankfully.
Yeah.
Like if the animations were bad, if we had another God damn it, Andromeda.
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect. Yes, right.
Yep.
Okay.
You can talk.
Yes, I know. Like if we had another Mass Effect Andromeda situation, that would be extremely concerning because you can't change that in a few months.
I mean, like, they could delay it. Like everyone's delaying stuff. I don't think it would affect sales much if they delayed it.
I know, but like the lighting, you can redo that. That's not too complicated compared to a Mass Effect Andromeda situation. So that's at least good. good in the way that it's not too bad.
No. Also, like Master Chief's armor looked like it had super bad anti-aliasing. Like in the footage that I saw.
Those are all like After Effects, right?
Yeah, but
like, you can change those.
But what if that's what it looks like
settings, for
on
God's sake?
Project Series X, right? Like, what if it just doesn't have enough power to anti-alias properly?
No, there's no way.
You never know. They could pull another, like, which one was that? The Xbox One? No, the Xbox 360 Slim, where it's just got way worse graphics than the competition. Basically the same graphics as last gen.
I mean, it's pretty much confirmed at this point that the raw compute power of it is higher than even the PS5. So.
Oh. Okay.
Like.
Hopefully.
That's pretty good.
Hopefully the PS5 is good.
In the Master Chief reveal.
Oh yeah, wasn't it supposed to have the new AMD graphics that have like AMD's version of ray tracing?
What do you mean AMD's ray tracing is literally just
ray tracing, but like
that's like saying AMD's version of Shadows.
Yeah, no, I mean like
or AMD's version of
No, it's supposed to have like the cores, AMD's version of like the cores that RTX cards use for ray tracing.
Cores.
Yeah, the tensor cores. Right? So like no, maybe they didn't turn on ray tracing.
I'm not sure. I
don't
think they've confirmed that it's like dedicated hardware, but it probably is.
I'm guessing it is, cause like I don't think you can just put ray tracing onto a be like, yeah, this console has ray tracing, and just have it be like a software thing or some shit.
It's not necessarily software. Literally, the entire GPU architecture is built around this sort of thing. You can make general compute shaders that also work for ray tracing, right?
Oh yeah, but thing is, it was running on a PC, right? The demo?
Yes, it was.
And AMD hasn't released their ray tracing cards yet.
Yeah.
So there's like no way of knowing if that's what it's gonna look like in the end.
It'll look the same, it'll just be a higher frame rate, I'd assume. Also, they did claim it would be 120 FPS in the blog post.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, 120 FPS and free to play.
On console.
On console, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I'll assume it's 1080 or 1440. Probably not 4K.
Pretty sure it's 1080. Definitely not 4K either.
Do TVs even have the ability? Like, do they have the frequency to output?
No, most don't.
Most don't.
There are new ones that do.
Definitely. The new LG ones, right? Yeah. Like the new OLEDs. Yeah.
The OLED? Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
those
expensive though, but
yeah. Then wait, is there a new? How new do you mean?
It's like came out a month ago or some shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Not the one you have.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Mine is a couple of years old already.
Oh.
Let's just see how expensive. I want to buy a 120 hertz TV.
Just get one of those BFGDs.
Although ideally,
we're console peasants. Let's
true.
Wouldn't you want more hertz with than FPS?
No, you'd want less. Why would you want more?
Wait, so that you can match the
ideally you want the exact same.
Well, no. Ideally, you want the FPS to be higher than the refresh rate.
Well, ideally, you want them to be infinite, but if you can't do that, in theory, if the frame time and the refresh time lined up perfectly, then you'd have the least amount of perceived input lag.
Yeah, but that's
it's just turned into a physics question. Like, ideally, in ideal conditions, just infinity and 0 and
the ideal gaming law.
Yeah, one for $550. That's a 4K TV.
Who's it by?
TCL, whatever that means.
The channel learning. Channel. No, the channel learning. The churning lanel.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Anal bird.
The channel bird. The anal bird.
Oh no. That's when comes flying back out. Okay.
That's what comes flying back out. What the fuck?
Trust me, I'd know.
Why
Okay,
would
I'm
you?
not even gonna ask why you would know.
Michael asked though.
Did I? No,
Michael.
I
No,
didn't.
Michael
No,
did not.
no,
He
I
does
didn't.
not
I
want
did
to know
not
jack
ask.
shit. Please ignore whatever Michael said. He never said whatever you think he said.
I don't think he said anything. I think he asked something.
He didn't ask anything.
They are surprisingly expensive.
What the?
Then again, most of them like have HDR certification, full full thingy, local dimming. So
Oh, yeah.
buy
like,
used for $2,300. Also,
Five-
like everything's out of
550
stock,
though.
so.
That sounds like good console peasant amount.
Wow.
What? Console peasant. I think console players are. I feel like console players are just like comfortable. You know, they're just sort of a bit more lazy, a bit more laid back, and they're like, no, no,
I mean,
no.
that's the point of a console. It's a budget
I
PC
mean,
that
yeah,
only
you can
plays
just
games, and it's simple.
yeah.
That's the point.
But wouldn't PCs be lazier though? Cause like you
Why?
can turn on. But yeah, no. Consoles are way lazier.
They're more technical. Like PCs
Yeah.
are more technical. You're going for like optimization and stuff, and
You're gonna at least have to have
consoles, they try to
some
be.
cursory knowledge of what you're doing.
Yeah,
It's
I
more
guess.
luxury.
The point of the console is
Yeah,
you buy, you hook it up to the TV, and you can play games.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
like a supermarket versus a convenience store.
The most difficult thing is
That's
to
why
like
you
plug
pay
in a
more.
fucking HDMI
Yeah.
cable.
You pay more for less performance because
Yeah.
that goes
Yes,
into
it
the convenience. You
Yeah.
just plug in the
Yeah.
cable and play.
Yeah, also like I guess also lazier cuz like for your PC you actually have to be close to the PC, turn it on. Like let's say you were playing
it's built
Halo,
to be
right?
convenient.
Exactly. You have remote
Yeah.
control. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just fucking turn everything on from one button. Well, yeah, but then
What?
you'd have to get like a universal remote, set up everything up, right?
What?
You can't
get
just
a controller.
No, but you can't just get that one full package from the beginning on. For like the PC, you have to kind of assemble the package.
True.
While the console, you go to the fucking
you can
I
buy
don't know.
pre-built.
Yeah.
I guess still, true.
Yeah.
Console gaming is like going to a restaurant, whereas PC gaming is like cooking your own dish.
Yeah, I
And
guess
actually
that would be a good
enjoying
way
the
to
food
describe it.
because it's better.
You can make whatever you like. Also, it's vegetarian.
Speaking of PC gaming, Nvidia wants to buy ARM chips. Like the manufacturer of
ARM. They just want to buy ARM.
Yeah, they want to buy an ARM.
Yeah, because they want to reach out to a larger audience.
Someone kill this dude.
No idea what we're talking.
We're kicking that dude off the podcast tomorrow.
You're not talking about arms, like the ones you use to reach things, with fingers at the end.
Yep.
That's what you're talking about, right?
The fingers at the end. Yes, arms have fingers at their ends and not hands.
Right?
I'm in bio actually. That's why I'm an expert on arms one.
Yeah. Of course.
Oh wait, you're talking about those arms. Well, I mean, okay.
What does ARM even stand for?
Couldn't tell you. Let's see.
Second.
ARM chipset. Company. I guess. Wikipedia page always gives you the right answers.
Of course it does.
What does it stand for?
Let's see here.
Doesn't say jack shit.
ARM architecture. Advanced RISC machine.
Advanced what?
RISC machine.
Oh. That sounds stupid.
And RISC is a computing architecture.
Oh, okay. Well, earlier this week, Apple... No, this month. No, last month. Damn, it's August already. Earlier last month, Apple confirmed that they would be overhauling all their MacBooks with ARM processors instead of Intel. You're right, and then
just Intel. Also, I think they would be replacing their graphics from AMD with ARM. versions.
Oh.
It's probably a bit further away because developing high power chips really isn't a thing they've done yet, but yeah. I think that's the goal eventually, right? To get full Apple silicon, I would assume.
I'm guessing, yeah.
And why would they, if they're gonna kick out Intel, they might as well do the same for AMD.
Mm-hmm.
Like just get everyone out of here, full vertical integration.
I mean, isn't that like the end goal? The end goal is Apple. Like, wouldn't they?
The end goal for Apple is to have a single device that everyone has.
Yeah.
That's as simple as possible, yet can do everything and is as small and portable as possible.
And everything's made in-house. Like, they don't even have to rely on anyone else for anything.
And so they just want to take over everything, or what?
Basically,
full vertical integration, SpaceX mode. I mean, SpaceX copied Apple in that sense, because Apple did it first, but yeah.
But like SpaceX is easier to explain, I guess.
Maybe it's all a misunderstanding, and actually Nvidia is buying ARMs to get rid of their opposition.
Actually, Michael, you were saying they're planning on replacing the AMD graphics with ARM, right?
Probably.
And if Nvidia buys ARM, because of Apple's history of not having Nvidia graphics anymore, could that plan be changed?
No, because ARM is a license. They license their design. They don't build anything like Apple or AMD.
Yeah, but like still, in the end, it'll be
Apple,
like
AMD, Intel.
Yeah.
They literally sell licenses. Also, apparently, the reason Nvidia is considering buying is because SoftBank, the Japanese investment bank, I want to say, isn't happy with how much money they're making off of their investment.
Yeah, didn't they buy it for like 32 billion or some crap?
Yeah, and apparently that's not been very good.
That bank bought ARM or what?
Yeah. No.
Or Nvidia. What?
No, Nvidia hasn't bought anything yet, but they're considering it.
Yeah, like it's by some anonymous
source. So they think they can get a cheap price because the
SoftBank publicly has said they're considering selling it.
Oh.
And now Nvidia is allegedly in advanced talks to buy it because of that reason.
I mean, we can't be sure that's true though, because like the original article is on Bloomberg, and the only thing we can get about their source is that he or she wants to stay anonymous.
Yeah,
so like,
I mean that's always how that works. Otherwise, they wouldn't get.
That's
no. So like, I'm having a tough time believing that Nvidia would want to buy ARM. Because why would they make that investment? What does that get them?
I don't get why the bank
CPUs. Why would they not do that?
You what? Sorry?
Nvidia makes the GPUs. ARM has a license for CPUs. I don't see why they wouldn't do that.
But like, have they ever tried making CPUs before? Like, do they even want to make CPUs, or do they want to just like buy it and then sell the licenses? Like, basically junkyard that bitch if they get a low enough price from SoftBank.
ARM doesn't make CPUs.
No, but they can still junkyard the licensing.
What is that? What are you trying to say?
They can just take all the licenses and all the like rights to stuff that ARM has, sell that to individual companies, and still make a profit on it because SoftBank is probably going to sell it for way cheaper than they bought it.
If that was a good idea, SoftBank would have already done it. They're an investment bank, Nvidia isn't.
Well, I mean, the bank probably wants to sell it now because now Apple announced that they'd actually be using those, right? So now the prices at the stock market should rise, and so they can actually sell it for profit, right?
Maybe, yeah, I guess it's just their investment paying off. So they'll probably sell it for higher, I guess.
I'm pretty sure it's a technology acquisition.
Okay.
Like for the patents and all that, like the licenses to technologies that are.
Why do they want to use ARM in the first place? Like, is it better? Does it have?
I mean, I don't know why. What, Apple or Nvidia?
Yeah, Apple.
Because they can just license basically a blueprint for how for an instruction set from which it's Legos from which they can build their own CPUs. And it's just a permission that they buy to use those little bricks to put their own CPU design together which they can optimize for OS X because they own the whole system, right? They make the CPU,
okay.
they make the graphics, they build the laptop with the operating system on it with their proprietary apps. They can optimize everything together.
True.
They
Actually,
don't have
that
to,
would
like,
be like
be at the
really good
mercy
for
of Intel.
MacBooks, right? Because like
Yeah.
they could actually build it so they're like, you know, they've been having thermal issues lately.
Yeah.
No,
So they
what?
could.
My hand is
I
totally
mean, like,
not
no.
burned.
Your hands.
Lately. They've always been.
They've
let's be
always been,
honest.
but they've been having worse like thermal
Yeah.
issues than before. Like even worse. Didn't know it got worse, but apparently it did.
Then again, that is kind of Apple's fault because they're tuning them so aggressively for performance instead of temperature. But yeah.
No, but like if they could build like a proprietary, just like the way you were saying, like from the Lego bricks, if they could build a structure that releases heat in the direction they want it to release.
That's not how CPUs work.
Yeah, but like, no, I just mean like the way it's put together. Like so
they
that
can't physically change the shape of the CPU.
They can't.
Where are they going to go to manufacture that?
TSMC?
Who the hell?
Taiwan.
And why would they do that? Why would they invest literally hundreds of millions of dollars to build these machines once?
Well, I mean, once they got it going, they could probably get their reputation. Like, they could get a lot of money out of that, couldn't they? How much do they make, like, annually selling MacBooks?
TSMC.
No.
Billion.
Apple.
Billion.
But Apple isn't going to build those machines that make the CPUs.
No, but Apple can invest in TSMC to do that. Or Apple can have their own fab.
Them.
Apple could make their own fab. You can't put that beyond them.
You can't just do that. If people were just doing that, then we'd have way more competitors.
I guess, yeah.
Apple earns 60 billion quarter, apparently.
Just by selling MacBooks or in total?
No, in total.
Oh, in total.
But MacBook is going to be a significant fraction, so.
Is it?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think
not?
it is.
No. Pretty sure
just because iPhones exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, it's going to make up for like more than like 10 million a year. Like,
it'll be a significant percentage in the sense
yeah.
of, like, it'll be probably double-digit percentages, but that's just because Apple's portfolio is relatively small.
I mean, they also sell a lot of like creative tools.
And double-digit percentages means like double-digit billions.
Yeah, true.
So it's quite something.
Damn, dude, Apple's doing well. 60 billion a quarter?
Yeah, they are extremely profitable. It's kind
also,
of amazing.
They don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Apple buy ARM?
Because that would be like the ultimate anti-competitive lawsuit, instantly dead, like no chance.
Oh, speaking of which, did you hear
Look at the competitors. Which of the competitors doesn't use ARM? Samsung, Huawei, who else? Like, everyone who makes phones uses ARM. Literally everyone.
True, but
wait, you're not allowed to have that.
No, because anti-competitive behavior.
If you control the license for the CPUs that go into your competitor's product.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, whoops, the license for Apple's free now, and for everyone it costs like 5,000% more than it did. Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, how'd that happen? Must have been a slip of the
Apple
finger.
would have done that by now if it was possible, right?
Huh?
Yeah, but regulators will not let that happen.
Oh yeah, what was the like?
What regulates that even? What like
groups like the FCC and the EU equivalent?
Yeah. What was like the hearing? Like recently, wasn't there this thing where like every big tech CEO, like Google, Facebook, Apple, and like they were like, what was the like main points of that? Why did they?
I don't know. Was it about competition or was it about?
Yeah, it was about anti-competitive behavior, I think.
Oh. And I don't know if anything really came of that.
Yeah, like nothing actually.
Like
they couldn't prove shit, right?
Yeah, I mean, so far, Congress is kind of useless in doing anything about anti-competitive practices. I'd say in that case, the EU actually is more threatening to them.
And what? Then what?
Than the US, with Congress just not doing anything. Like,
yeah, and
they're
then
like, ha, we'll question you, Mr. Zuckerberg, ha ha ha. So what does
Mr.
Facebook do?
Zuckerberg,
It
let's sit
sells
here.
ads. Oh, okay. I guess that's cool. And then just don't do anything.
Hi, Tim Apple.
Hello, Tim Apple. You sell phones? Amazing. Don't steal other people's phones. Okay, you're good. Nice.
Good boy. Stealing other people's data is bad. Okay, Mom.
And especially because they're American companies, so
they get the taxes.
Well, I mean,
so it does make more sense if like the EU is more likely to regulate them.
Isn't what Ireland is doing with taxes and Apple like anti-competitive?
Oh, is it just the Boeing thing?
That doesn't have anything to do with being anti-competitive.
No.
That's just tax evasion, illegal.
Yeah, but still, it is. They're giving Apple better chances than other companies.
No, it's like the Airbus and Boeing thing where the EU's like, yeah, Boeing has basically has a monopoly. Who cares?
Trying to get the tax.
Yeah, I mean, same goes for VW. Like the US, the FCC was pissed at them, but Germany was just like, eh.
Yeah, and like
German company, they're not going to do anything.
Yeah, US was like put tariffs on Boeing because they basically have a monopoly, and Airbus can't get shit. And then the EU's like, you know what? France has been good to us. Let's just leave them be. What? Let's just let them enjoy their freedom or some shit. Like they didn't put any regulations to.
Isn't freedom American?
Huh?
What? Isn't freedom American?
Isn't freedom American?
Freedom has to be taxed in America.
No, you're wrong. Boeing is American.
No, Boeing is French.
No. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Boeing is French. Airbus is American.
Boeing. Sorry, I don't speak French. I didn't know that Boeing was a French word.
Fucking jumps. Wait, do I need to Google this?
Is an American multinational corporation. Yeah.
What, Boeing?
Boeing is the American one. Yeah, why do you think they make missiles and fighter aircraft for the US government?
Wait, so Airbus is the French one?
Yeah. Airbus is the, European mega conglomerate made out of mostly French, some British, and some German.
Which one was the company? Is that the company that made the Concorde, or was that like the government's? No.
That was, I think it was, I know, it was a joint venture between British and
France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would assume that they worked with, like, the actual manufacturing and work was done by Airbus.
Oh.
But contracted by those governments, I would assume.
Yeah, they even had an agreement.
All the expertise to build airplanes out their ass.
Yeah, but I think the government had played a big role in it because they actually forbid each other to back out.
Yeah, they wrote a contract that they would have to pay penalties if they pulled out of the development process.
Wait, what's this about now?
About the Concorde project.
Oh, it was built by
What's that exactly?
It was built by Airbus and BAE Systems.
BAE is... Wait, aren't they... American defense contractor, I think. Yeah.
They are British, I think.
Are they? Actually, yeah, it might be. Yeah, British. You're right. I think they're mainly... Yeah, they're mainly military contractor.
Oh.
Oh. Well, I mean, they built an Mark II plane, so it makes sense to have that would be the kind of company that could do that, right?
Has there been any anti-competitive behavior by European companies, famous European companies that we've heard of recently?
Recent, I don't know.
Don't think
Most
so.
Most of
right?
the mega conglomerates are Americans.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because capitalism is American. Almost as American as hamburgers.
Yeah, capitalism's American. Every other country's
communist.
Poor. No, there's a poor.
Compared to America, Germany is quite communist.
Yeah, I guess.
The European Union in general.
Yeah.
Oh, because healthcare.
Who needs social welfare?
Who needs
social security? What is that? Never heard of it.
Live anyway if they don't have
social
money.
Security. Best I can do is give you this number.
Wow.
Number that is literally not secured in any way and doesn't technically identify you, and you can guess the digits and whatever. Yeah.
Yep. That's
like literally, if you took your social security in the U.S., subtracted 1 from it, that's probably a valid number.
Oh.
Nice. That seems like it should be
from a person born probably in the same hospital around the same time as you, because they were often just issued numerically. Yeah.
Oh.
Like the first few things like indicate the state.
No, it's just you know how when you go to the hospital sometimes
and it just
like
counts up.
Sometimes you have to pull those like waiting ticket things.
Yeah.
It's just that. Like the number on the waiting ticket is your social security number.
The baby just pulls out the social security card out of one of those things.
No, the baby gets to put their hand in a bowl and pull out their social security number.
Out of a hat.
Yeah.
That would be actually more random than
that would be more secure.
Pretty sure that would be pretty secure, yeah. And then they just have one dude carry the hat around all 50 states. And like anyone who's born like during the travel,
that would be even more secure because
expecting Mike Pence just running around
geographically randomly distributed as well. Well, not randomly because you know who you.
When did they come up with the concept of social security numbers?
During the Great Depression, because it was meant as social security. You pay your you have to pay your pension.
Mm-hmm.
They use that number to track that pension account, and then other people were like, well, there's no like, not everyone has a passport, not everyone has a driver's license. What's our like ID document we can use? There is none. Oh, look at this number that isn't
everyone's
meant for
got
this. Doesn't have any security features and is really not designed for it. Doesn't even have like date of birth, your hair color or whatever on it. But okay, whatever. Just has your face and a number. I guess that works.
Putting your hair color on a passport seems pretty stupid.
I mean, eye color is a thing on passports, right?
Sorry, sir, you've dyed your hair. You're no longer a German citizen.
No, but like, it was absolutely not designed for that. And since Americans don't want a national ID card because freedom, small government, whatever, federalism, the usual.
Wait, so if someone can just use your social security number, commit tax fraud, and then get you imprisoned, you just lost your freedom, 'cause freedom.
I mean, yeah.
Neat. That's great. That's lovely. Wouldn't you love to just go to prison because you were too stupid to just have an ID?
That's now how people have a social security card. That's not supposed to be used for identification, but is because no one wants a secure method because they don't want a method of identification. Watch the CGP Grey video. It's amazing.
Oh.
It explains it a lot better than I ever could.
Now that we're done making fun of freedom, the free land, the only land that's free, let's move on to people being stupid again.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Like they started being scared about their pets dying from COVID, even though the World Health Organization clearly said that like dogs aren't affected by it and they can't transmit it. Like they're not affected by it in a way humans are, where like they don't just fucking stop breathing the second they get the virus. And then some dog in Hong Kong, a 17-year-old dog died. I don't know what that's in dog years, but like a human that's like 100 years old, has a heart condition, gets corona, dies. Your first conclusion isn't that he died because of the corona.
Also, that doesn't mean that corona is extremely deadly because it killed one dog.
Yeah. If it's all over the news just because it killed one dog, then it probably isn't that deadly. Because it would have been in the news ages ago.
Been whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have just been, dogs are dying too. But people started panicking or some crap.
Also, apparently, dogs. Humans can transmit COVID to dogs, but not the other way around, if I understand it correctly.
Also most animals are expected to make full recoveries even if they get even if they're tested
most
positive.
Humans are as well.
Yes, exactly.
True. True.
But I mean, that's just how it works. Do you think that there was a human virus at some point among the dog, the dog population?
Oh.
I mean, actually.
Wait, the plague, did that affect dogs?
Well, it would be a reverse plague because the plague,
a rat plague or something.
The plague came from fleas, right?
Wasn't a virus. Wait, was it a virus? Plague?
No.
Bacteria.
Yeah.
So
it's a No, wait. Yeah, no, it's a bacterial pneumonia, I think.
Oh.
Or form of it.
Medical records showed that Buddy, which is the dog's name, likely had
that's such a creative name for a dog.
Type of cancer. Lymphoma is a common cancer for dogs that affects the lymph nodes. Finn, what's that?
Wow.
What's the lymph nodes?
Lymph nodes. I think you need those to breathe.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Wait, no, let me check.
No,
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
No, those are the sorry, that deals with infections, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, central points
exactly,
for your immune system, basically.
Yeah, exactly. They filter sort of viruses and other things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So probably if you don't have those, then that means also that your non-specific immune system is weakened.
Oh.
Right. So maybe that also increased the
Yeah, I mean, if part of your immune system is being attacked by cancer and removed, that would make sense that your immune system is less effective at fighting off COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it makes sense because, yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. For the dog, then.
Oh yeah, you guys know all those Florida man memes, right?
No.
Well, a Florida teenager is accused of being the mastermind behind the massive Twitter hack.
Oh, yeah, 17-year-old.
Yeah, 17-year-old filed with 30 fucking felony charges. Is that a lot? That's a lot, right?
That is a lot.
That's a fuck ton.
That's 30.
Which ones are those even?
For each Twitter account he hacked or something?
Probably.
Wait. CNET put a link into the 30 felony charges thing?
Just activate a VPN.
But you can't open the link?
Turn on a VPN.
I don't have mine installed on this.
No, speaking
of VPNs, today's podcast is not brought to you by BoardVPN.
BoardVPN promises to not sell your data, but it probably does.
Yeah, because BoardVPN is really bored and has your data, so it might as well fucking sell it for money.
Yeah. Also, every VPN does. Don't expect them to keep it private. It'll keep it private from the ISPs or whatever, but not from everyone. That's how those work.
That's how free VPNs make money, yeah. 19-year-old UK resident Mason Shepard and 22-year-old Florida resident Nima Fazeli were also charged for their alleged role in the hack. Great. So another Florida man meme.
Okay.
Just needed one of those,
Yeah.
Gotta get one of those out there.
Yeah. Just shows how easily hacking attacks can happen.
Yeah.
That is 17-year-old.
Was it even that much of a hack if they were just able to convince people they were
social? I know. Hacking, maybe not. Social engineering, I guess.
Yeah.
But that is 17-year-old. A group of teenagers can hack a fucking Twitter.
Also, notice wasn't one of them in the UK as well?
So what?
One was in Florida, one was in UK.
Yeah.
You don't even need to be in the same place. You can just be.
Yeah, but
three
that's
random three
Actually,
like, random.
the guy
like
from
20 to 17-year-olds just.
Yeah.
How's the guy from UK
Twitter.
gonna get prosecuted?
Extradition treaties.
What?
No, but UK. Like, where would he get prosecuted? In the UK, or would he be brought to
in the
US?
obviously.
Why?
Because that's why extradition treaties exist.
Yeah, but then
you can't prosecute under American law in the UK.
Oh, so he will be arrested, brought to
America because Twitter is an American company.
Oh, yeah, what? I assume. Also, I would assume.
But weren't people everywhere affected?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how like
but also
the
location
of prosecution.
If Britain will actually give like.
They will.
Huh?
Why wouldn't they? Why would they not?
A teenager, maybe they'd be like, yeah,
no,
okay.
The teenager was in Florida.
Oh, okay. So the other two.
He was 19 or whatever, right?
17.
Sam, can you check?
He was 17.
No, that was the guy in Florida.
How
old was the guy? 22-year-old, a 19-year-old, and a 17-year-old. I think the 17 and 22 were in Florida, right?
Yeah. Wait, let me just check.
Yeah. I think it said in the article.
Yeah. Wait.
No, too far.
Yep. 17-year-old from Florida, 22-year-old from Florida, 19-year-old from the UK. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Chef is going to be.
Chef's true name, Mason Shepard.
Mason Shepard.
At him.
Huh?
You must at him.
Yeah, maybe not.
No.
All right. I think that's it for the podcast today, right?
Yep, I guess it is.
Unless you guys want to say something.
How's Shepard spelled?
Sheppard. Alright, we'll take this offline. Thank you for watching. Whoever did watch, appreciate that. Tune in next week.
We won't even leave it online. Such an embarrassment. Fucking like.
Shut the fuck up, Finn. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you for watching. Whoever watched, appreciate you tuning in. Tune in next week, same time, same channel, or the same podcast.
Different topics.
Yeah.